My dear children, you are all warmly welcome to our Vidya Lakshmi YouTube channel. I am Mrs. Lata from Botany Department. I hope I will make you to understand the concept very easily and effectively. So, I am sure children I will make you to get very good marks in the board examinations. So, today we are going to learn the topic that sexual reproduction in flowering plants. That is the first chapter in the 12th standard. So, in this chapter we are going to learn the development of male gametophyte. Okay. So, what is a microspore? So, microspore is the first cell of the male gametophyte, isn't it? So, the microspore is formed from the microspore mother cells. How it is formed? So, it is formed from, that is a process, and the process oda name enna pathina meiosis. Okay, the microspores are formed from the microspore mother cell by the meiosis. Meiosis is your reduction divisions. Okay, so that is formed by meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Okay. So, meiosis 1, that a single nucleus is divided into 2. Yeah. So, then meiosis 2, that is here 4 haploid microspores are formed. The 4 haploid microspores are formed from the microspore mother cell. Okay. So, this is what is the shape of the microspore? Microspores are a globular structure, that is here globular structure. What is the diameter? Diameter எவ்வளோன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, so this is here 25 to 50 microns in diameter. Okay. So, this is here monosiphons or polysiphons in nature. Monosiphons means that is here, so only unbranched. Okay. So, that is only, so one branch is there. That is a polysiphonous means that is here multi branches of the, so that is a pollen tube. The pollen tube is a single, here the pollen tube is here, so multi branches. Okay. The microspores are covered by a wall layers. Okay. So, the wall layer is known as a sporoderm. That is a sporoderm. So, it consists of 2 layers. One is the outer layer, another one is the inner layer. So, outer layer is called, this is the exine. Okay. So, inner layer is called, this is the intine. So, the exine and intine, the term was coined by Fritsch in 1837. The name of the scientist Fritsch in 1837. Okay. So, the intine, you can see the picture here, this is the intine. Okay. This is the intine and this is the outer region is called, that is a exine. Okay. So, the intine is, that is a very thin layer. Okay. So, exine is a thick layer. Okay. Intine is a thin, exine is a very thick layer. So, intine is a thin and uniform. Okay, that is a thickness வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படினா intineல that is a uniform in thickness. We can see the uniform thickness in the intine, but in the outer layer is exine, it's not uniform. This is a thick, and but few regions are, that is a thin regions. Okay, so the intine is a thin uniform and this is made up of, that is a pectin, hemicellulose. Okay, so this is made up of pectin, cellulose, hemicellulose, that is a cell wall material. The intine is made up of, that is a pectin and that is a hemicellulose, cellulose and callose, that is a together with the proteins. Okay, this is a cell wall materials in the, so pectin, that is a intine layer. But in, what about in the exine layer? This is a very thick and it is made up of, that is a cellulose, sporopollenin and pollen kit. Okay, that is your exine cell wall materials. But in the exine, in some regions are very thin region. The thin regions are known as, the thin regions are called, that is your germ pore. Actually, the sporopollenin is absent in the thin regions. Okay. So, here example for this region, this is a thin region means, so here that's a sporopollenin is absent. Okay. Sporopollenin is a cell wall material that is absent in this region. So, then only we can see the very thin areas. Okay. This is called, that's a germ pore. This region is known as a germ pore. Okay. So, the germ pore region is very important for the germinations of the pollen grains. Actually, the intines gives rise to the pollen tube during the germination. The pollen tube are emerge through this region. Pollen tube எது வழியா வெளியேறும் அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so through the germ pore வழியா தான் அந்த pollen grains வந்து pollen tube வந்து form ஆகும். Okay, the pollen tube is formed from the intine, that is come out through the germ pore. Okay. So, that is the intine is here, so thin, uniform and it is made up of the pectin and hemicellulose, cellulose and callose. The callose wall is very important. When the callose will break, so they have to liberate the anthers from, liberated the pollen grains from the anthers. Okay. So, callose together with the protein. The exine is a very thick and it is made up of cellulose and sporopollenin and pollen kit. Okay. The surface of the exine is in the different shapes. Okay, we can see the different patterns. There is a sculptures in the outer surface of the exines. So we can see that is here. So different shapes, that is a ellipsoid in shape, a rod-like structures. Okay, the outer surface is some modifications. பார்க்கிறதுக்கு வந்து அவ்வளோ ஒரு sculptured means that is அலங்காரமா இருக்கும். Okay, so rod like, grooved, warty and punctuate. Rod மாதிரி இருக்கு, grooved மாதிரி இருக்கு, warty and punctuate. Rod means is a small rod like structure. Grooved, it consists of here some depressions. We can see a small depressions in these pollen grains. Pollen grains இங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா குட்டி குட்டி depressions இருக்கு. This is known as here grooves அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். And warty like structure, that is a tumor like structures we consider as here. This is here so warty. Okay, and punctuate means a small dot is there, that is here punctuate. Okay, so this is here the structure of the outer surface of the pollen grains, that is a exine. The shape of the pollen grains, the shape of the pollen grains, or there is a globus or ellipsoid and the fusiform or angular or crescent in shape. Okay, globus, that is a spherical in shape, and ellipsoid na konja elongated irukkudiya ellipsoid, and fusiform, the middle region is a broader and either two regions are, so that upper and lower regions வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும்னா ரொம்ப தின்னா வந்து இருக்கும். Okay, and angular, so that's a crescent, pry வடிவத்துல இருக்கக்கூடியது angular shaped. Okay, the size of the pollens is varies from the 10 to 200 micrometers. Okay, we can see in the 10 micrometer in the myosotis. So myosotis la pathina 10 micrometers da irukku. So adhe idu vandu neenga cucurbitaceae, Nyctangeniaceae, we can see the 200 micrometers, that's a size of the pollen grain. This is very very important one mark. So that is here, what is the shape of, so that is here 10 micrometers in myosotis is very important one mark, that is so many times they asked in the board examinations, and 200 micrometers members, that is family is a Cucurbitaceae and Nyctangeniaceae. Okay, so what are the shapes அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா globose, ellipsoid, fusiform, lobed, angular or crescent in shape. It is a shape of the pollen grains. So the sculpture already we studied, that's a sculpture of, that is a exine is very very important, that's a playing an important role in the classifications and identifications of the plant, that's a playing important role in the taxonomy, the classification of the plants and identifications of the plants. So we have to see the pollen kit. So what is the pollen kit? We can see the powder like structure, viscous in nature in the, in that anther, just you have to touch the anther, that is just viscous in nature, that's a yellow in color, that's a yellow orange in color, that is your pollen kit. Okay, actually the pollen kit is contributed by the tapetum. The tapetum layer gives the pollen kit. Okay, that consists of carotenoids and another one is a flavonoids. This is chiefly made up of carotenoids and flavonoids. So what is the nature? That is an oily layer forming a thick viscous and coating over the pollen surface. Okay, it's playing a very important to protect the pollen grains from the UV radiations. Okay, and they have to attract the insects for the pollinations. They attract the insects for the cross pollinations. That is a pollen kit. And next, what is a sporopollenin? Sporopollenin is also a type of cell wall, that is a pollen wall materials. So this is also contributed by the cytoplasm and the tapetum. Okay, what about in the pollen kit? That is contributed by the tapetum, but this is contributed by the cytoplasm and the tapetum. Okay, so this is also derived from the carotenoids. Okay, so it is very resistant to the physical and biological decompositions. It's very strong. This is very important for protect the pollen grains. Okay, so they have to stand in the high temperature and resistant in strong acid, alkali, even in that enzyme actions. Then only we can store the pollen grains in the long periods. We can preserve the pollen grains in long periods because the presence of the sporopollenin in the pollen wall. Okay, we can store in long periods as a fossil records. So sporopollenin and pollen kit is very important questions in the board examination. Just you have to recall, compare the sporopollenin and pollen kit. If pollen kit pollen kit is contributed by the tapetum, but this is contributed by the tapetum and cytoplasm. Okay, that is chiefly made up of carotenoids and flavonoids. So this is made up of carotenoids. Okay, and this is that resistant to physical biological decompositions. okay, and this is a high, they can stand in the high temperature and resistant in strong acid and enzyme actions, okay. So they have to protect the pollen grains, okay, when which is stored in the long periods. அதனால preservationக்கு வந்து ஈஸியா நம்ம அதை வந்து preserve பண்ண முடியுது pollen grains வந்து. So that is what is the functions of pollen gate. They have to protect the pollen grains from the UV radiations, ultraviolet radiationsல இருந்து அது பாதுகாக்குது. They have to attract the insects for the pollinations, okay. So pollen gate and sporopollenin is a very important question. Next we are going to see the development of the male gametophyte, how the male gametophyte is formed. Actually that is the first, the male gametophyte is formed from the microspore. So microspore is considered as a first cell of the male gametophyte, okay. So the microspores are formed from the diploid microspore mother cell as a process of meiosis, isn't it? So here the nucleus of the microspores are divided mitotically, not meiotically, that is the mitotically, to form vegetative and generative nucleus. You can see here this is the a nucleus of the pollen grains. So this is a nucleus of the pollen grains. The pollen grains are divided into two, so as a process of mitotic divisions, okay. So as a result we will get it the two cells, one is a large cell, another one is a smaller cell. So what is the name of the large cell? The large cell is called, that is a vegetative cell. This region is known as a vegetative cells. So and smaller portion is called, that is a generative cells, okay. So what is the functions of the vegetative cells? The vegetative cell is combined with the the formations of the male gametophytes, yeah. So that is they have to supply the food material to the developing male gametophyte, okay. That is a vegetative cells. In the generative cells is again divided by the mitotically, and they have to give the two male gametes, okay. So this is a generative cell, another one is here, so vegetative cells. So the nucleus of the microspore divide mitotically to form a vegetative and generative cells. The formation of two unequal cells, so one is the large irregular nucleus is bearing with abundant food reserve is called, that is here vegetative cell, and smaller one is called, that is here generative cells. So how the both of them is formed? They have to formed by the mitotic divisions. என்ன divisionsனால அது form ஆகுது அப்படினா by the mitotic division. So generally at this two-celled stage, when the pollen grains are liberated, the pollen grains are liberated from the anther during the two-celled stage, okay. But in some of the plants we can see the three-celled stages. So what is the three-celled stages? That the generative cell again divided to give two male gametes. So by the mitotic divisions, okay. Mitotic division ala marudiyum two male gametes vandu kudukum. So that is a three-celled stage in conditions. But most of the angiosperm they have a two-celled stages. Angiosperm la 60% வந்து two celled stages தான் form ஆகுது. So the pollen is liberated, already I said the pollen is liberated from the anther during the two celled stages, okay. The growth of the male gametophyte is occurs. எப்ப growth வந்து நடக்கும் அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so when the pollen grains are reaches the stigma, okay. The pollen grains should be reach the stigma, so the correct recognizing and respective stigma la வந்து அது வந்து reach ஆகணும். அதே at the same time they have to before reaching the embryo sac, okay. So embryo sac க்கு உள்ள வரதுக்கு முன்னாலயும், so அதுல first வந்து எங்க reach ஆயிருக்கணும், that's a between that reached that stigma and before reaching the embryo sac. So in the region la தான் வந்து male gametophyte வந்து form ஆகுது, okay வா. So in the male gametophyte the pollen are reaching the stigma, have to absorb the moistures and salts. When the pollen grains are reaching the stigma, they have to absorb the moistures, okay. So they have some fluid is there, wet fluid is present, okay. They have to absorb the fluid and it will enlarge the size, okay. They have to germinate, it is undergoing the germination to form a pollen tube, okay. So அங்க pollen tube form ஆகும்போது தான் generative cells வந்து undergoing the mitotic division to form a two male gametes, okay வா. அந்த two male gametes வந்து எப்போ before reaching the embryo sac reach பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாலே two male gametes form ஆயிருக்கணும். So then only it will fertilize the egg. So the intense grows as a pollen tube. We know very well which part of the pollen grains are grows as a pollen tube. That is, a intestine is grows as a pollen tube. So they have to emerge through the germ pore. Okay, that where is the germ pore? The germ pore in the sporopollen, in the outer layer. Okay, actually the germ pore is present in the egg site. There the sporopollen is absent. Okay, germ pore la வந்து sporopollen absent. Sporopollen இருந்ததுனா அங்க germ pore இருக்காது. They don't have a thin walled cells. It may be a thick walled cells அது மாறி இருக்கும். Okay ma. So in case the pollen is liberated at the two celled stage, the generative cell divides the pollen into two male gametes. Okay, so already நம்ம explain பண்ணதுதான். இது வந்து எதை reach பண்ணுது அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, so that embryo sac வந்து reach பண்றதுக்கு முன்னால ரெண்டு male gametes. Okay children, I hope you could understand this concept very well, I think. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and share our channel, put like. Okay, we will see in the next video.